Hello again. Lot cooler today and a very genuine threat of showers. So I've actually got my raincoat on, believe it or not. But it is what it is. Let's crack on, get going. We've got a busy day today, full plan ahead. Let's go. Now my son and his wife were supposed to be in Edinburgh now. They booked this up ages ago. They've got an Airbnb booked. They got the flights booked. They got the tickets to go into the castle booked. They got somewhere nice to go and eat booked. All sorts of stuff. Been planning it for ages. Lovely. Just a weekend away. They need it. And what happens? They're at the airport last night in Bristol. Just about to get on the plane and it announces it's been cancelled, leaving them completely stranded and stuck. Now he's had a drink at the airport, so they couldn't just get the car and come back, so they've had to have a hotel up in Bristol. So what a mess that is and what a shame. And everything's of course is non-refundable these days, which is about par for the course. But never mind, it's all part of life's rich tapestry, isn't it? So this car park over here, we often start the walk in it, but as you can tell today I've started it slightly beforehand. Reason being, this hasn't always been a car park. And one of my subscribers, Ian, hello Ian, let me know last night that he was born in this car park. He said it wasn't actually a car park, it was the Overcliff Hotel. Now I've had a couple of pictures of the Overcliff Hotel in my back pocket, so to speak. Never quite got around to using them. So as he contacted me and said, did I know about it? I thought, yes, I'll use them today. So there's the conker tree. And he's asked me to take a look around the back and see if I can see any nails in it that he's stuck in. But I don't think I'm going to see very much at all with all that ivy growing up it. But we'll try. Now, I can't see any nails here. Can't get any further down because of the fence. And I can't get around the other side to look, because there's too much growth there. Never mind. Okay, so what was the Overbrook? Well, it was a huge, great big hotel which was here for many, many years until 1962, when the council did a compulsory purchase on it and turned it into a car park. Right, you see the house here in the middle of the picture? That's going to come into it. You're going to see the top of the roof there in the picture I'm about to show. So that gives you a location, some sort of point of reference. And here we go, first picture of the Overcliff. Now I've got another similar one taken from across the bridges, which we'll do later on, which yes, similar. There's some information on it as well at the bottom. Also, according to Ian, the Overcliff was the site of the town's largest oak tree, which actually had a protection order on it, so they couldn't cut it down. So when they built the car park, they simply built around it, left a 2-foot gap for it to grow, and put it 4 foot underneath the tarmac. Of course, as you can imagine, it quickly died. And here we are with a very similar shot, showing the top of that roof again, and a little bit of the bridge where that chap is there. And here we go with some information about it. So that was the Overcliff Hotel in Teignmouth. Quick spot of observation from the observation deck. And of course there is Brunel's beautiful seawall in all its glory, with the Salty Dog right at the end there by the tunnel. So let's crack on. Well, I have to admit, I do feel a little daft walking along here in a raincoat with the sky like it is. But yeah, it's definitely chillier today, so I don't think I'm going to get too hot or anything. That's the remains of the lime kiln there from when they were building the railways, and the seawall, and the old shed for storage of railway stuff. Gotta get in the corner. My son who's standing in Bristol. I better take that. Well, they've got the car and they're heading home. So, what a waste of a weekend. Everything's up in the air now. They get refunds from anything like the flights and that. All terrible really, but what can you do? Yay! Happy train! Now that one snuck up on me. Oh, didn't miss this one though. Whee! And here we go. Salty Dog, present and correct, open for business. Just seen my friend Chris. He reports he's been there for a coffee, so it is indeed open. It's not an optical illusion, and I promise you something a bit different. So let's go back to Babbacombe, take a 6-minute walk along the Downs. That's the green area that's at the top of the cliffs, the little theatre, beautiful views, back to Teignmouth in Babbacombe. There you go, enjoy. And welcome to Babbacombe Downs. This is the cliff top area in Babbacombe with a green space, which we'll see shortly. And a statue of Baroness on something or other leads us to our first view of Babbacombe Downs. Lots of birds apparently. Open top bus makes its way along the top of the Downs. The Golden Hop. And some hotels and guest houses, etc. on the right over there. And when we get to the very bottom of here, we get to the Babbacombe Theatre, which we will walk down to before walking back up. Of course, the hotels are really a nod to the heritage of the area. Obviously in no way as full as they would be back in the day when this was absolutely thriving, and this was one of the top tourist destinations, and Torquay was virtually #1, and this was my top end of Torquay really. And those really eagle-eyed viewers, or those watching on big screens in 4K, will see the Babbacombe Theatre in the distance ahead of me. Decorative lamppost at the top here as we look over the cliffs to where we were earlier on the Overcliff Railway, which probably is in a different video. You've probably just seen it a day or so before. And right there in the distance, I'm going to do one of my 20 times zooms. Hold tight. That is the Ness, or the other side of the Ness, the side we don't normally see from Teignmouth. And there is Teignmouth with St Michael's Church just about visible, almost in the centre of the picture now. Got a seating area there where you can view out, take a view out over the cliffs out to sea. Babbacombe Bay House Hotel, Headland View Hotel, Sea Breeze Hotel, the Downs, doesn't say hotel but Buccaneer Inn. Very nice. Another seating area. Here we have Babbacombe Theatre, which is going to show Stardust, which I think is a 1950s rock and roll show. If I'm right, I'm not sure. We'll probably see when we get closer. But I can remember this place. Came here on one of my birthdays once to see Ray Charles and Lord Allen, which was a ventriloquist thing, very popular back in the day. And Ray Charles came out afterwards and signed an autograph for me, which was nice. Stardust, let's see what this is about. That's not a rock and roll thing, obviously. It's just an evening of extraordinary entertainment. I thought it was that Buddy Holly inspired thing that's been going around, but it's not. Never mind, all good. But this used to be quite a big deal, actually. Had some big names up here. Bruce Forsyth was a regular. And back when Bruce Forsyth was just Bruce Forsyth, you know, just a guy working, he used to stay in a caravan in a quarry across the road from where my gran had the bed and breakfast. I don't think he could afford to stay in a bed and breakfast. It was like literally that sort of time of his life. And he used to come in and get hot water for his caravan. So that was Bruce Forsyth back in the day. Lovely view nonetheless. Beautiful. My mum's old stomping ground this is as well, because obviously she lived with her mum, my nan, my gran, that we're talking about. And yeah, just down the road. So she grew up around this area, knows it very, very well. Close up of some of the hotels and that, and the pubs on this side. But what a place to come and stay in on holiday. Look out at that, beautiful. Right, well I'm heading away from the Downs now in order to get myself some of this Hanbury's chips, which is a very award-winning, well-known, historic fish and chip shop. So I might get some shots of the frontage of that, but then I'll leave you because I'll have my hands full with me chips. Back onto the main drag again, which leads you down to Torquay, through Babbacombe here, or the top part is St Mary Church. Here we go, you see from the sign, Fish and Chip Shop of the Year winner. Hanbury's traditional fish and chips. Lovely, right. Back to future me, doing other things. Be rude not to show you the chips, wouldn't it? There they are. Hanbury's. Tastes lovely. Right, cheers. And those chips really were lovely. No wonder that shop's won awards. Next time I'm over and I've got my teeth, I'll go for a proper meal there, I think. Try the cod, etc. Pleased to report a loud toot from a happy train, alerting me to its presence, just coming up past Sprey Point. There he is. Hello, happy train. Quick shot of the water trickle. I would have thought after the rains yesterday it would have been cascading somewhat, but obviously not. I think today we're going to be able to get down around the bottom of Sprey Point on the beach to see whether or not they've repaired that big gap in the hole, the big hole in the wall, or not, when they were doing that work the other day. These steps get steeper every time I take them. Of course, the second I get down onto the beach away from the wall, a train appears. Okay, so just around the corner here, only accessible from the beach, is the bottom of Sprey Point wall, and there has been a huge, great big gap in it, big hole, for a long time. Now they were doing some work the other day, work on ropes, so hopefully they patched it up. We're about to find out now. Yes, it appears that is what they were doing. Up there where you can see the shape with concrete, that was a very big open gap up until recently, and then lower down there were a few missing stones and gaps which I can't see repairs to, but I can't see where they were anyway. But yes, that's what they were doing up here the other day, putting concrete in there. So that's one mystery solved. Now we know. Taken me a couple of weeks for the tide to come out, but I've managed to get down here today, so the sun is smiling on me. And the tide is indeed right out down here, isn't it? Right out. Another train in the distance, and some similar repairs at this end of the wall, but I think they're old, or older. Don't think they're fresh. Virtually nothing left of that old breakwater now. Of course, it used to stretch out along the length of the beach quite some distance, and it was destroyed in my lifetime. You know, when I was first coming down as a small child, it was all falling apart, but that's all that's left now, just that little bit there. Doggy party over there, 2 little Dachshunds and a couple of larger dogs having a meet and greet. Not quite the same as being up close, is it? I'll go up on those stairs ahead. Well, there we go. No sign of any trains at the moment. There's one coming now. No. Yay, final train. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you now. Get back up home. Sorry if I seemed a bit subdued towards the end of the video, but a bit disappointed for my son. Feel bad for him. He was really looking forward to that. And of course, as a parent, there's nothing you can do. He's a grown man. But yeah, they were going to have a nice time away, and now they're not. So anyway, that's it. See you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Take care. Bye.